All right, guys. Thank you for joining me again. Appreciate it. Thanks. So, Jason, just said before, actually, after I went off and the chat went up, he said gender, coming out parties. That's another one. What is that, coming out? Anyway, Brian, thank you for the 5x5. Country Humans, thank you for the 5x5. Buy the book, Joe FW, Maylene, thank you for the 5x5. Tia and Mr. Landfill, thank you for the 5x5. Yes, Kamala Harris is a disaster, as per everyone that's watching her shit show go down. Right? So that was the other one, guys. Dobie, Groundhog, Christopher, Bush Pig, James, Chris, Vizard, thank you for the 5x5. Raccoon Eyes, Winter Homestead, Dow, Flown Grown, Ozark Prepper, Maria, Patty S, thank you for the 5x5. Eric, thank you for the 5x5. Joanne, Fluster, Flux Clucker, Lisa, Wind Farm, Renee, Patrice, thank you for the 5x5. Cooking with Steel, Carrie, Cheryl, Nancy, thank you for the 5x5. Evolving Media, thank you for the 5x5. James, Nora, a Buick. I look like I bench press a Buick. In my heydays, I would have tried. Today, if I try to bench press a Buick, I would die. Very curious. Rob, thank you for the 5x5. So, yes, coming out parties, guys. Let's start with that before we start with Kamala Harris and her bullshit. But that's another one, a coming out party. Imagine that's you we fucking know you're gay. We know you're gay. There's no need for you to be like, hey guys, look at me. I'm gay. We know that. What's his name had a coming out party? Magic Johnson's son had a coming out party. Let me tell you, I don't know why. I know I was watching it. Because it was an MTV show. The wife was watching it, and she was sitting there with Magic Johnson's son. So I couldn't get over the fact that Magic Johnson's son was that gay. I mean, the kid is so gay, he reeks. I mean, he's just fucking, like, this guy walks around with fucking rose petal dick cutouts and sprinkles it on the floor before he walks. He is so gay, he floats through the air. I've never seen a guy so goddamn gay. Like this kid, right? So anyway, so he has his coming out party. He's like, I'm coming out. And like, as you're watching this stupid fucking show unfold, you're like, but everybody knows you're gay. Like, this kid, by the way, he was in, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the same guy that's in Bel Air, the TV show on Peacock. And, so anyway, you're watching the show unfold, and he's talking about like all these things he wants, and he's like, my dad's paying for it. We're like, no shit, your dad's paying for it, right? So anyway, he's going on, he's like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I'm like, and I couldn't remember first of all, this coming out party was probably the most expensive one I've ever seen in my entire fucking life, and that was the only one that I know of, so I really don't know much about him. But this one had to be, because the amount of money he spent was insane. But he is gay. He is I mean, like, he's so gay, it's inappropriate. Like, he should be in jail. He's so gay. But anyway, he's talking about all this shit about coming out, and people are like, it's good for you to come out. I'm like, but he's clearly gay. He's like, it's not like he's hiding it. He never hid it. His son was gay when he fell out of his mother's vagina. He fell out of his mother's vagina, and he was wearing high heels and fucking walking around with a dildo at 1. This kid. That's how gay he is. And I'm just like, why is this a thing? And I turned to my wife, I'm like, why is this a thing? We know he's gay. It's not like he was a straight dude and, like Tupac, like, all like gangster thugging and like, yo, my son, my nigga, this. And then like, he's like, yo, guys, here I am, That would have been different, but he is fucking so gay, he should be in jail. Speaking of Tupac, homo. I'm like, yo, I saw that video with him. I'm like, yo, he's fucking, Anyway, so the coming out parties are dumb. I don't get it. Divorce parties are even dumber. I'm so happy I'm divorced. I'm going to have a party so that you can remind yourself that you failed at your marriage. Now, granted, if your husband's a piece of shit and that's why you're partying to get away from him, that's a little different. But to party about your failure in your marriage, that's dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And you're reminding yourself on a daily basis what a failure you are by partying about it. Rip Curl, who's coming out? Yeah, I don't. Coming out parties and gender reveals and divorce parties are the three stupidest parties in the world. They really are. Our boy Hemingway, Diddy had Tupac killed. That's what a lot of people were already suspecting that. So was I. I even think he got Biggie killed. But what Tupac? Adriana, I'm gonna find the video and I'm gonna send it to you. But there's a video of Tupac and talking about how gay he is. Not that he was talking about how gay, but he was talking about I'm an actor and he did this bullshit. And any guy that does this is gay, because your wrist is broken when you do that. You know, like he did it in the video. I was like, oh shit. And then he kept telling the story, and the story was stupid. It was the stupidest story I ever heard. He's like, well, me and my boss, we clashed, and you know, I had to get on my soapbox, and I lit my cigarette, and I'm like, where's this story going? Right? Is he gonna beat the fucking guy up or not? And then like he tells this boring story, so I'm like, I don't know what was worse. The fact that we found out in our 40s that Tupac is gay, or the fact that he told this boring story and it went nowhere. You would be ready to commit suicide after you listen to the story. Forget about the fact that he's actually a homo, but the fact that he told this boring story to this interviewer. Oh God, it's just and at this point nobody really cares. But the problem with the Tupac thing is that tells you that a lot of these rappers out here are fucking, you know, diddling in the dick. You know? Yo, if Mobutu comes out and he's gay, I'm shipping his ass back to Africa. Putting him back in a little box with some farina and sending him back to Africa. But anyway, with that, guys, he made the hot missing you. Yeah, I don't know. Hell no, my nigga. I don't know. Yo, I when I find the video, I'm not gonna put it on here, but I'll put it in my stories or my shorts on Instagram. You guys can see it there. Farina. Well, I mean, that's what you feed African kids, right? You feed them farina. You're like, oh no, he hasn't eaten in 8 days. Give him some farina. You know, like you give the little African kids farina. So they eat. People are like, what do those African kids eat? Can they eat meat? Nope, we're feeding them farina. Sprinkle with some crickets in it because we're trying to get them used to eating bugs. Just shows you should never idolize. So granted state, man, I never idolized any rapper. I like their music. I respect a lot of the shit they do and say, but I never idolized them. I never had a poster on my fucking wall of any rappers. Maybe Ninja Turtles, and that's because I was gay when I was a kid. I was stupid, gay, and a moron. Ninja Turtles, the first movie, when I put that shit up there, I was like, oh man, this is cool. Look at that poster. And now I looked at the poster, I'm like, I was retarded and gay. Why would I put that on my wall? Anyway, but that was Ninja Turtles, right? And then I had the Mortal Kombat poster, the just the insignia, no character, just the insignia. And that's all I had on my wall, but I really didn't idolize it. I like that shit. But rappers and movie stars, I never idolized any of them. They're people, man. They're people that like to do people shit. They're just in, you know, in the fantasy world. Gay-Z. You didn't idolize Gay-Z? Nobody. No, I never idolized. Listen, I used to be a DJ, and I used to be a DJ, and I never idolized any of these rappers, like, at all. He had a Vanilla Ice poster. And, what's it called? Milli Vanilli. Those are my two idols, those two dudes. By the way, there's a Milli Vanilli movie out, or coming out, that's going to be pretty interesting. Mobutu Chair 2028. I know where I was when Tupac got killed. Where was Tupac when I got? Oh yeah, I was with the first wife when he got gunned down. When they gunned him down. I'm surprised he didn't, you know, like fucking do the gay thing and just float away like they all do. But whatever. Yeah, so Tupac is dead, and now we find out that he was acting this entire time. This entire time he's an act. Biggie, you know, it leads me to believe, man, like, yo, this, like, Biggie, was Biggie getting diddled? Like, well, you know, I mean, like, I don't want to think about it because that's disgusting to even think of that man on that level having sex with anything. Ugh. But still, if, like, did the diddler try to get to him? It's always in the back of my head. And it's funny, with all of this going on, You do not hear Biggie's name being mentioned at all. But you mentioned Tupac's name. They mentioned Jay-Z, Jennifer Lopez, Janet Jackson's name is now being thrown out there. A lot of people's names are being thrown out there. Denzel, supposedly he had some shit on Oprah. Like, all of these names are starting to drop right now. Shit's getting fucking out of control. Blame it on the rain. Yes. Blame it on the rain. Yo, that was, everybody liked that song. I don't give a fuck who you are. You could have been a hardcore thug. You heard a Milli Vanilli song. You, at the very least, lip-sing the song. Making sure no one saw you, though, but you lip-sing the song. That was a fun song. And then one of those guys is dead now, and the other one's still alive. And the other one's trying to make his case. But I hope he can make his case. I hope he can come back from this. Not singing, but, yo, keep in mind, guys. Let me paint this picture for you. Milli Vanilli were motherfucked. They were thrown under the bus. They were lower than lobster shit because they lip synced a song and they got caught lying about their musical talents. We have people in Hollywood, politics, and music who are diddling kids. And nobody's throwing them under the bus. In fact, R. Kelly's music is still selling. Puffy's music is still selling, though some of his shit is still good, but it's still selling. But nobody's ostracizing these dudes. Now, some people are, but when Milli Vanilli did what they did, they were cut off from the world. Like if they banged 8 kids on video. They were treated like shit. I mean, like pure shit. And meanwhile, you had some evil people out there, and they're getting a pass. People like lip singing was like, no, lip singing was lip singing. They should have gotten their shit taken away from them, and then they should have fucking moved on. But nope. The world treated them like they were banging kids. I don't get it. So, with that, guys, all of this whole Diddy shit and all of this Diddy shit and everything that's going on, it's mind-boggling to me the way we treat certain people, man. It's I don't get it. I don't understand it, you know? Roy Batty, I talked about that on my last live stream, if you weren't. I was appalled when I found out they had fake dreadlocks. They had extensions, and everybody knew everybody in the black community knew they had extensions. But they were rocking the shit out of those extensions, right? Listen, I always thought they were gay. I always thought they were gay, and apparently they weren't, and apparently they were fucking digging in a lot of ass. Chicks, I mean. You know, they're banging a lot of chicks. Good for them. That's an American dream. Get famous, make money, and bang a ton of chicks. You know? The dreads were fake? What? Yeah, they were fake. They weren't even dreads, they were braids, and they were extensions. Sir Mix-a-Lot was king. Diddy did it. Diddy did a lot of things. And I didn't know this, but in the music industry, between Diddy, Jay-Z, and 50 Cent, which is, people go, it's 50 Cent. But anyway, between them, they were rivaling each other to get top spot as like the guy. And they were stabbing each other in the back and doing some crazy shit. In fact, though, 50 Cent sat back and started gathering all this information on Puffy. And now he's going to knock Puffy right out of the gates with that documentary that he might be releasing on Netflix called Did He Do It? I like that. I like that title. The dreads were real horsehair. Yes, exactly. Look at Milli Vanilli, Prince's backup dancer. Is that true? Because I thought someone said that before, and I thought I saw something, but I didn't follow it up because I didn't care. But, you know, whatever. Just keep in mind, guys, the way certain people were treated over, like Sinead O'Connor, ripping the Pope's picture. Remember what happened to her? She ripped the Pope's picture in half, and now when you look at the Vatican, I look at the Vatican entirely different. I didn't even trust the Vatican when I was a kid, just because of all their secrets and their bullshit. And then she does what she did, and they ostracized her and blacklisted her again, like if she burned Jews in an oven or banged some kids. And she died a miserable death. You know, not to mention she had psych problems as well. But look how they ostracized her. Meanwhile, we have politicians going to Italy and banging a bunch of kids in a place called Salo. Now, I don't know if they still do that, but they did back then. So just keep that in mind. that when people are being ostracized for their opinions or views, and we go all out to make sure that they're demonized, but then when guys are caught diddling kids, raping women, banging other men for power status, but that's okay. But ripping the picture of a pope, ugh, oh my God, she should burn in hell. Remember that? Anyway, I heard that on Nora Technologies, the Menendez brothers might get released. All these years, they found evidence that might lead to their innocence. Imagine? Yo, shitty times, man. Shitty times. They're going to get out of jail, and they're going to get a ton of ass when they get out of jail. If they didn't turn gay. But whatever. They're going to get a ton of ass. Yeah, Sinead O'Connor's dead. Nora Technology. She died a year ago, I think. She died after her son. Some people think she was heartbroken because her son died. I think her son committed suicide, and then she died. But yeah, she is dead. Dick Tracy. I still like the Dick Tracy movie. Whatever. He said all rap is crap. Yeah, 70s disco was still good music back then. Even early rap was still good, but then it fell apart. I don't understand what the fuck this shit's going on. I'm not going to the Trump rally. I'll be coming back from Kentucky. So the Kentucky Sustainable Living event is the 25th and the 26th. I don't think I'm going to make it back in time for that unless I haul ass. If I haul ass, it's a 14-hour drive. Unless I push, I'll go, but I don't think I will. Unless I get up early Monday morning and get into the city right before I'm going to try, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. But if I do, Adriana, I know you're going. Again, if I can make it in time, I'll let you know. I'll text you. I'll let you know whether or not I can make it. But yeah, so anyway, guys, with that, let's talk about Kamala Harris and her disastrous interviews. Not one, not two, but three disastrous interviews that she was avoiding for a long time, that people were breaking her balls about because she was avoiding. And so she avoided them. She avoided these things. And now that she's giving her interview, people are seeing her for what she is. It didn't help that Obama did what he did last week by saying black men should be ashamed of themselves for not voting for Kamala Harris. Meanwhile, Obama, when Harris first got the nod to run for president, Obama said, and I quote, "She will not beat Trump." And that's why he's not endorsing her. 3-4 days later, he turns around and goes, "She's going to beat Trump. I'm endorsing her." But you just told us that she couldn't beat him. Now she could because the fix is in. But now that she's doing a lot of these interviews, her polls are dropping. And with the black community, forget it. Black men are out on voting for Kamala Harris because a lot of black men are waking up to the nonsense of the Democratic Party. So that they're not voting for her because she's a woman. They're not voting for her because the Democratic Party is full of shit. The Democratic Party is allowing migrants to flood black neighborhoods, and black people are tired of it. So the migrant situation is working in our favor in a roundabout way because people are seeing this for what it is. We all know he lying. Yeah, well, everybody knows Obama was lying, but I mean, and Kamala Harris is a piece of shit. She was a piece of shit before she ran for her first position. She is a nightmare. She is a cock gobbler, as I would put it. She fucking gargles the cum and cups the balls. That's the kind of woman she is. She's not a good lady. Now, don't get me wrong. A lady who can do that is excellent at her job. I'm just saying that she is a cocksucker. She will continuously be on her knees supplying and whoever she needs. Because she's that piece of shit. She'll always be that piece. She is not a good woman. Her demeanor tells you she's not a good woman. Like, not at all. She's not even close to being a good woman. And yet, They're putting her on the pedestal of her being a good woman. They're talking about an interview with her and Joe Rogan. If she interviews with Joe Rogan, her campaign is over. Done. Kaput. Yes, she is a drunk. She has the telltale signs of an alcoholic, rather. Not so much she's a drunk, she's an alcoholic. I guess it's one and the same. But still, I should take some Imodium AD and watch her interviews. Yeah, don't, because her interviews are bad. She can't even defend herself, and she doesn't know what to say. You know? No, she's not African American, but it doesn't matter at this point. It really doesn't. Her race doesn't matter to me. It doesn't. Because even if she wasn't, because here's the problem, guys. Here's the problem with us as people. We like to, and we all do this. Well, I mean, I don't do it as much, or I don't do it at all, rather. But you have rappers and rappers, movie stars that'll say Trump is the way to vote, and we all like, yeah, yo, you know, like for those of you that know who Lord Jamal is, right? So Lord Jamal was part of a group called Brand Nubian. Brand Nubian was a good group back in the 90s. They're still a decent group, or at least when they stopped, they did decent music. I like their shit. But Lord Jamal said Kamala Harris shouldn't even run a 7-Eleven or something else, right? And something else. Those two things that she shouldn't run because she's stupid. He was calling her stupid in a roundabout way. So anyway, even when guys like Lord Jamal, who I respect as a rapper, I'm like, all right, that's his opinion. We can't, guys, look at Democratic or left-leaning liberal celebrities and going, shut the fuck up and just act and sing. And then when somebody agrees with Trump, we go, oh man, he's the man. No, it's both. It's the same way. I don't care what a celebrity has to say about Trump, whether it's for or against him. I don't care. And I don't care what a celebrity is going to say for or against Kamala Harris. It doesn't matter. What matters is us, the people that actually matter and vote. Because when you sit there and you listen to these two parties say, you know, or celebrities say whatever they're going to say, you know, like Taylor Swift. Who gives a shit, bitch? Take your skinny white ass on that stage and dance for me, fucking white monkey. I don't care about what you said, Jamal. It's Lord Jamal to you, Blaze. But anyway, I don't care what you fucking said. You're right, Dunkin' Donuts or 7-Eleven. Thank you, Carme Turner. Thank you for that. It was a 7-Eleven and Dunkin' Donuts. But people like, oh, Taylor Swift, she has, and there were articles on Taylor Swift changing the tide of Harris' campaign by having more young people vote for her. The same young people, I might add, that Harris called stupid. Now, yes, I think the young people are stupid, and I was running for president. I'm like, yes, the young people are still stupid, but here's how they could be unstupid, and then I would throw out my spiel. But Kamala Harris is now like trying to placate to them because Taylor Swift. I'm like, yo, tap dance, bitch. That's all I care. I don't care about anything you say. It's an albino monkey to you. Very good. I don't care what she does. I don't care what. She's not a political advisor. She's not anybody in the political realm. She's a fucking dancing monkey with a gay husband or gay boyfriend. What's his name? Kelly? That dude is gayer than a $2 bill on a Sunday fucking morning. That's who he is. I mean, I look at that act and I'm like, that's an act. They're acting. They're going to break up probably within another year or two. And the world is going to be devastated. All right? The world is going to be devastated when they break up. And people are going like, oh my God, they were such a hot, cute couple. Hot, cute couple. There's no self-respect. First of all, this is the same dude that was like, look guys, I got arm ticketed. That fucking phony. And then no self-respecting man is going to put their relationship on blast like that. Just not, man. I don't give a fuck how famous she is. If I was to date Taylor Swift, I'm like, listen here, bitch. We're not going to do this thing. When you're off, you're going to come and see me. When I'm off, I'm going to come and see you. We're not going to be doing Instagram reels. We're not going to be fucking spotted together. We're not going to have a cute nickname. We ain't doing any of that shit. We're going to fuck. We're going to be in a relationship, and we're going to move forward as a couple. We ain't gonna be doing all this fucking song and dance shit. Every time she's at a football game, the fucking camera focuses on her. They're gonna develop a special camera for this lady. The camera's and there goes Taylor Swift. And the cameraman who's on the field swings around and looks at this fucking this thing in the fucking in the skybox. Fuck her and her fucking white ass tights. I mean, like, seriously. Anti-Swift. Yo, I don't understand the Swift shit. People like Taylor Swift is the shit. She's a fucking celebrity that tap dances and sings. That's all. She's not saving a bunch of kids from a burning fucking building or a school bus. This bitch is fucking like singing a song and shit. Then she goes home and she sucks a dick. That makes her spectacular. I think she's sucking his dick or sucking dicks. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter. She's fucking, she's just a regular celebrity. Like, Michael Jackson did a lot of shit. He diddled kids too, I guess. I don't know if that's even true. Because a lot of people went after his money because he was such a nice guy. But Taylor Swift, fuck that bitch. Fucking cracker-ass cracker. Fuck her. Like, people, like, put her on a pedestal. She didn't do anything. She didn't cure cancer. She didn't save a kid from a fucking river drowning. She didn't stop by any of the places that were hit by hurricanes and tornadoes. She didn't help out any of that shit. None of these celebrities do that shit. You don't see celebrities strapping on their boots, walking in the muck and going, I'm going to help a bunch of Negroes. They're not doing this shit. But we put these people on this pedestal. Why? Because they tap dance for us. They go, hey, I'm going to make my millions. And I'm going to do it off your fucking paycheck. Fucking Taylor Swift, this bitch is charging $4,000 a ticket to see her shake her vagina on stage. This is what the world's come to. Meanwhile, we got people suffering and people like, oh, I'm going to give $10 to the fucking Helene victims, the Hurricane Helene victims. But we got to go see Taylor Swift. We got to drop that $2,000. Boom. This is the world we're in. Where some fucking dancing skeleton can tell me fucking who she's going to vote for. I don't care, man. Do another porno video, please. Go on OnlyFans and shake your titties for us. I don't give a fuck what your political opinions are. Whether you're right-leaning or left. I don't fucking care. You know, Cardi B is like, I'm going to vote for, I think she said Trump. I don't care, Cardi B. Get back on the fucking bar and shake your ass again. Because she did a twerking video, by the way, which was like glorious to watch. But still, not the point. The point is, fuck these people. These people are celebrities. They're to entertain us, not the other way around. They're supposed to cater to us in way of just showing us their abilities to act, play an instrument, or dance on stage. That's it. They're not to do anything else. They're not to persuade us to vote for a political candidate. That is not what they're there for. Right, shut up and dance, monkey. Make me a fucking balloon, you clown. You know, like, that's their job. But people like Taylor Swift is the best bitch in the world. $750. What? I don't even want to. Did she show her titties? Oh, cool. I don't know if she did. I'm pretty sure those pictures are coming. Actually, she won't because she's careful. That I give her a certain amount of respect for. She's careful about it. And she's good about that. That's the one thing I'll give her credit for. She is good about that. But outside of that, yeah, that's all she can do. All of these chicks telling us who to vote for. You should vote for Kamala Harris. Why? What did Kamala Harris do? And when people ask what's her accomplishment, when you ask people what is her accomplishments, her meaning Kamala Harris, nobody has an answer. There is no answer on any accomplishment that Kamala Harris has done. Nothing. Well, you're right. Taylor Swift is pretty flat as a wall. You're right. Shake her non-existent ass. I don't know. You know how some white women are. They're fucking flat in the front, flat in the back, and they're just like, whoop, you know? So, anyway. She's the pumpkin head witch. She does have a big-ass head, though. Imagine that head coming at you, like, just fucking, she's mad and she's swinging that shit around. Just fucking knock you the fuck out. You be seeing fucking stars for days. Don't suffice as titties. Nipples only don't suffice as titties. Fair enough, Johnny308. Fair enough. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. about to go off the air in a couple minutes, or a couple seconds rather. Anyway, she's like a teenage boy. I guess. I don't know, but nonetheless, yeah, it's a dancing fucking skeleton, dude. That's all it is. All of these people, all these celebrities. I'm gonna go for Kamala Harris because, and I'm gonna rap about it. Megan Thee Stallion, this bitch doing her fucking twerking bullshit at the DNC, I think it was. What was that? What the fuck was that? They're dressed up in a jacket and tie and these shorts, and she's fucking dancing, and I don't know if she's saying vote for Kamala Harris as she's twerking. I don't know what was going on. All I know is that, listen, as a man, I love a good twerking video, but I don't want to see twerking and politics mixed. It don't go together. It really doesn't. Because then I'm disgusted. All right? You can't do both. You can't twerk and tell me to vote for Kamala Harris. It's one or the other. You know? You can't shake your ass and say vote for Kamala Harris on it, because now I'm not focused on the ass shaking. I'm looking at the vote for Kamala Harris, and I'm like, no, bitch, I'm not voting for her. And then I turn the video off. But if you're going to twerk, then just twerk. But all of this shit, twerk and vote for Kamala Harris, no, man. No, we're not doing this. Don't hate on tall chicks. Taylor Swift sucks, though. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you really can't do both, man. It's just, it's insanity. Like we gonna twerk like this, like Megan Thee Stallion's like, we're gonna twerk and get these niggas to vote for her. That's what they're saying. They're gonna say, let's get these stupid Negroes to vote for Kamala Harris by having Megan Thee Stallion twerk. That's what it is. That's all it is. Oh, we're gonna hold a cookout. We're gonna make sure these little niggas get here, and we're gonna give them nigga food, and so they vote for Kamala Harris because they had a cookout for her. I'm like, how stupid do they think the black community is? Well, apparently stupid, because enough people showed up. Even white folks showed up. Like, I like a good twerking black girl. I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris because they's twerking on stage. And that shit had to work. Somebody had to have fell for it. Anyone see Madonna's last video? I don't want to even look at Madonna anymore. Madonna used to be like, yo, fucking hot. Like, you know, like, yes. Now Madonna's like, no, put it back, lady. Put the body part back where they belong. We don't want to see your titties flopping out because I'm going to throw up. If your pants fall off and I see that wrinkled vagina, I'm going to fucking pass out because the blood would have stopped rushing to my head and I'm out like a light. Nobody wants to see anything Madonna-esque come out of that shit. Yo, she's old, man. She's up there trying to dance like she's young. Somebody's got to kick the cane out from under her fucking feet and tell her enough. Enough, lady. Sit her down in an old age home and say enough. Sit the fuck down. You're fucking 85 years old. You're not young anymore. Stop. Stop it. We don't want to fucking see this shit. Fucking this lady dancing and her fucking shit jiggling inside that stupid diamond suit that she's wearing. Oh, God. If I was on the fucking stage and I was one of her dancers, I'd be like dancing and boop, kick the fucking, her walker right from under her. I'm like, enough, Madonna. Let your daughter dance, do whatever the fuck you're gonna do, but enough of this bullshit. We can't do this anymore. She fell a couple months ago, and I was like, did she break her hip? Because she's at hip breaking age now. You can't. And I think she does work out, but it doesn't, like, ladies, after 40, you need to be in the gym working out. You need to be crushing weights, and you need to be crushing cardio. And I'm not saying lift 100 pounds, but get to a comfortable weight and start lifting. You need to sustain the muscle on your body. Not build it, sustain it. The more muscle you have, the less injuries you're going to get. Madonna needs to learn one or the other. I don't know which one it is, but the bitch has got to do something. Because this is bad. Remember when Tina Turner, God rest her soul, when she came out in the Mad Max outfit like a couple of years ago? She was already, and she was like, she was trying to dance, and you could tell she couldn't dance like that anymore because her back was fused to some shit, and she was like fucking, and everybody was sitting there clapping when she came out like fucking retarded seals. I'm like, no. I would have been on this, I'm like, lady, get back in the fucking stage. Do not come out here in that fucking outfit. It was the Mad Max outfit. She wore that outfit back in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. She was fucking hot in that outfit. I was like, that is the sexiest post-apocalyptic outfit I've ever seen on a chick. But then she came out in her 70s, and she was like, and you were like, no, go. Go back behind the stage. Put on the proper attire that an old woman should be wearing. A fucking old sundress and some fucking chancletas or slippers. And then come out and do your little dance. Don't come out here acting like you're fucking hot. You're not. You're old. Play your fucking role. Play your position. Yes, Tina Turner. And that's the thing. I didn't know Tina Turner had a body until she put that fucking thing on. I was like, holy shit. And keep in mind, I was like, what was I, 8 or 9 when that movie came out? Maybe not even that old. Yeah, it might have been 8 or 9 when Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome came out. Well, she was fucking hot. Someone said Tupac wasn't gay. Tupac was the gayest thing since sliced bread. Astain 85. Pretty sure I said your name wrong. Apologize. But Cher's another one. Thinks she's young. Yo, somebody's got to sit these old people down and sit them down and have an intervention and be like, listen, Cher, you are 105 years old. Stop. Nobody wants to see you shaking anything because something might break. At 110, Cher, you should be sitting the fuck down and playing part cheesy. Because most 120-year-olds, they just don't shake anything anymore. You need to stop. Stop. And that's it, and walk away. You know? You can't get too aggressive with these old people because then they'll have a heart attack and die at 121 years old. Cher is. I mean, like, holy shit, man. Yeah, it's over. That's it. Age intervention. Thank you, Bucky. Yes, that's exactly it. Age intervention. Sit these people down and be like, yo, act your age. You're not fucking 25. You're not 35. Act your fucking age. Stop. Maybe she could still be upset over her daughter being a dude. You see that thing? Ugh. That's fucking gross. That's a fucking gross person. She's like, what's Cher's daughter's son's name? What is it? Fucking Sonny Bono Part 2, whatever the fuck it is. Yes, they all look like plastic surgeries yes. Yo, that's crazy. They get like Jennifer Aniston. My God, man. Jennifer Aniston, the hottest motherfucker on this planet. Because Jennifer Aniston, without makeup, was the hottest chick on the planet, in my opinion. The hottest chick in TV at the time. Now, with all the bullshit she's done to her face, I'm like, ugh. Gross. Go back, redo your face, then come back and we can have this conversation. But yeah, it's enough, man. Enough with the fucking the facelifts they're doing late in the game. I'm like, yo, it's late in the game. Relax. Take it easy. You won. You made it this far. You had a successful career. You got all the money in the world. Some of you got Chaz Bono. Ugh. That is a gross thing. Chaz Bono. Ugh. He said, you ruined my night with the Tupac allegation. I will find the Tupac video and I will prove myself. But anyway, like I said, I mean, and a lot of these women are ruining looks. Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing. Cute as shit. She got a nose job, fucked her face up. She looked like a different woman. She had to, during auditions, when she had to audition again, because when they saw her picture, they go, that's not the girl from Dirty Dancing. And she would come in and talk to them like, holy shit. But she changed the cute little Jew nose look to like whatever the fuck she did to her face. And now people don't recognize her. I recognize her now, but you know. If you would have told me that was her without giving it any kind of context, I would have been like, that's not her. There's no way that's her. She's not so Jewish looking. But she had a cute Jewish look when she was in Red Dawn, Dirty Dancing, those movies back then. And then she changed her shit. Like, you know. Roy Batty is late. Yes, we talked about the DOD directive already. Go to the Angry Prepper video in there. Yes, Pamela Anderson, without makeup, she isn't bad. She's good looking. She's still good looking for her age. Though the alcohol and drugs do kind of show on her face, she's still good looking. Renee Zellweger was fucking cute. Another cutie pie. Fucked her face up. Trying to stay up with today's society and aging. These women got to stop. Women got to stop. Stop getting these facelifts. You look like an asshole. Play your fucking age, man. Like, oh, I'm trying to stay young so I can stay in Hollywood. If Hollywood doesn't want you, a facelift is not going to make that much of a difference. And you should play your age and the character that you portray at that age. Women are trying to hang in there, man, like they're fucking You're not, man. It's over. Oh, Little Kim? Yo, Little Kim is horrendous. Oh, God. Little Kim is disgusting. Disgraziat. She is fucking disgusting. Like, I'm like, what did she do? She tried to make herself look white. And I'm like, why? And then she's like, she's overweight now, and she's only like 5'5", not 5'5", 5 foot or 5'1" or some shit like that. So she's a round poly thing. She's trying to dance on stage. She's my age, if not a little younger than me. I'm like, yo, she's all fucked up. Just type in Little Kim now. You're just like, ugh, what is that? That is not Little Kim. That looks like Little Meatball, right? Or a little pale meatball that fucking didn't cook right. That's what she looks like. She's just disgusting. Ugh. Foxy Brown was never hot, Nora Technologies. Never hot. Foxy Brown had a retarded head. Her head was all fucked up. When you looked at Foxy Brown without the makeup, you were like, that's a nightmare. That is not a good looking girl. You are ugly. You know? You is ugly. Foxy Brown was never hot. She was always ugly. But anyway, who am I, right? Why are you calling people ugly? Well, because we can do that. Ugly people can identify ugly people. I can look at an ugly person and go, what the fuck is that? And that's Foxy Brown. Little Kim used to be hot. She was fucking hot. And then she did that. Gorlock. Oh, my God. You know, listen, before we go off the air, I was talking about Gorlock in the firehouse the other day. Guys didn't know who she was, or it was. And I was like, yo, check it out. Gorlock is such a fucking disgusting human being. So imagine, guys, to get that big, you have to eat and do absolutely fucking nothing. You means you have to eat well beyond your caloric intake and then sit there and do this all day until it's time for you to go out. Gorlock is a disgusting human. Forget about it trying to be a chick or a dude or whatever the fuck it is. This thing says, I got men in my DMs. No, you don't. You don't have men's in your DM. You got Burger King and Twinkies in your DM. Maybe a fucking pound cake or two and a fucking dozen donuts. But there ain't no dudes in that DM talking to you because you look like shit. Someone said Gorlock is a creature. It's unnatural. There's no scientific reason Gorlock should be alive. It's scientifically impossible for that thing to be walking around. It just is. What the fuck is a Gorlock? Look it up, Tuck. Tuck by V. Look up Gorlock. You're going to be like, yo. Even if it was a guy, it's still humanly impossible. It's just humanly impossible for it to look the way it does. You're just like, why? Why? Why is that thing alive? It should be dead. By all scientific accounts and proven theories, it should be dead. It should not be living in this time-space continuum. It just shouldn't. But there it is, talking about how sexy it is. I'm sexy. It's like a Jabba the Hutt had sex with Cher. That's what it is. Or Chaz Bono. Jeff, Google at your own risk. Yeah, no, Google at your own risk, dude. But yo, it's bad. Like, it's just like, how do you get that fat? Like, how is it humanly? Like, when I hit 280, I was like, oh, fucking no. And I was in the gym, you know, and dropped some weight. And my next goal weight is 250. I'm almost there. I'm about 5 pounds away, right? So I'm trying to get to 250. That's my next stop. And then 245, 240, right? But this thing shouldn't exist. It just shouldn't exist. It shouldn't be here. If I ever came across it, I'd be all, yo, I would buckle and start vomiting. Imagine, guys, this thing was arguing with another chick saying, your man was in my DMs. No, the fuck he wasn't. And if he was in your DMs, he was trying to find out what the fuck you were. Were you human or alien? What planet were you from? Were you from planet Gorlock? Because that's the only thing that makes sense. How does something that big... I meant 280. 280. Not 180, 280. 280 was my max weight, and I hit it, and I was like, yo, that is fucking... ugh. And I looked in the mirror, and I was all like, oh, gross. Fucking gross. So I stopped. Yes, I saw the Aurora Lights the other night. So it was pretty cool. I got to see them very, very faintly. Excuse me. But everybody else I know saw them and took great pictures. 1,000-pound woman is real. Yes, that is real. But Gorlock, listen, I don't even know how that thing gets up. Like, to get up, you have to roll out of bed. I don't even know how you get up. Because if you roll out of bed, then you're on the floor. That thing can't do push-ups. No way in hell can it do push-ups. So how does it get out of bed? I'm curious. Maybe it sleeps sitting up or sleeps standing up like a horse. I don't know. But I don't know how it gets up. Eating with Gorlock. You'd be disgusted. There's no way, guys, anybody's taking that thing on a date. Though, for some of you that'll look up Gorlock, this fucking guy, ladies, if you get cheated on with a Gorlock, if your man bangs a Gorlock, you're going to have to jump in front of a train. Because that's bad news for you. And it's going to follow you for the rest of your life. Excuse me. But how does a Gorlock exist? Like, what makes it function? It can't. It can't even. How does it sleep? And if it sleeps, how does it get? Oh God, it's bad. Whatever, dude. It's a shit show. The Gorlock is a shit. But anyway, this Gorlock thinks it's hot. This Gorlock says that he's a 10. I'm not your average 10, but I'm a 10. Oh God, it thinks it's a 10. If it thinks it's a 10, I'm a fucking Denzel Washington in my younger days. Get the fuck out of here. It's a 10. I'm a 10. No, you're not. You're not a 10. You're a negative 1,000, if there is even such a thing. Steve, thank you for the donation. What state will Trump not take? New York, for one. That's for fucking sure. Negative 1,000. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. I'd befriend Gorlock. Yeah, and you would fucking regret it because Gorlock would eat you. You go missing. Negative 1,000. You're a 10. I'm not a 10. Far from it. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know anything about its sanitary. Nope. No, thank you. There was a comment the other night. There was a comment last night. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival got a picture of it, and my kid's mother in Connecticut caught an end shot of it. They got some pictures of a what you call it? Gorlock the Hut. Yeah, Gorlock's disgusting. Anyway, that being said, guys, I will be back on, not tomorrow night. If I could do tomorrow night will be the Angry Film Critic, but I haven't decided yet. But I will be back on next Tuesday and next Thursday, and then I'm headed out to Kentucky for the Kentucky Sustainable Living. Guys, check that out. I got to find a link to that. Let me find the link to it now before I go off the air. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it here. So, yeah, Kentucky Sustainable Living. I will be pushing it for pretty much every live stream moving forward. I put the link in the chat. So, visit the website, see what you guys think. If you guys are in the area, you can definitely stop by. It would be greatly appreciated. It would be greatly appreciated. My chair is a 10, yes. My chair has more sex appeal than I do. But anyway, other than that, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it as always. I will see you guys with a doubleheader. And next week, Wednesday, I should be doing an Angry Film Critic. And I will be posting my first Angry Film Critic review movie next week as well. So other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you guys next week or so.